What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. So guys, Nick Fuentes is another guy that is living a dusty struggle life. And let me just say this, I don't have any problems with people feeling the way that they do. And I'm not one of those guys who, oh my God, white supremacists shouldn't feel the way they feel. I don't care how they feel, okay? I'm a pro-black. Also, on the extreme side of being pro-black. So there's not a lot that some of the extreme whites and some pro-blacks may also believe about one another or themselves. This is not to say that I hate anybody else. I have friends that are white, respect people. But what I do believe as a pro-black is that blacks are going to get the most out of each other than working with other groups. I believe we're going to be toward the bottom. So this is kind of the reason why I do what I do. And it's not because I believe that blacks are superior to anybody or below anybody. But hey, the stuff that the white supremacists teach on that end, I don't have a problem with what they're talking about. They don't want anything to do with me, and the same can be said for me towards them. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to go into much more detail. So I don't have a problem with what they teach each other. That's for them to decide. It's not my issue. I can't stop it. However, if you're going to take that position, then how are you living a dusty ass life? How are you leaving an unsuccessful, crusty, broken down, crab in the barrel type, almost hood life? And nobody is dusty and as broke and as terrible as Nick Fuentes. I mean, you're gonna preach this stuff and teach this stuff, and you can't even get an opportunity to even really take care of yourself. You're living like a bum. And so much so that you talk all this tough stuff online. And when you get doxxed, a woman comes to your home. Now, this is the things that you do. You spew this hatred online. If you felt this way and you were really, really, really serious about how you felt, you would develop situations where your fellow whites could live amongst each other. They could have economies. They could do certain things, and they could not even deal with the people you're talking about, but you can't do that. So you go online and you sit in somebody's apartment all day, and then you spew this hatred while you're getting kicked out of Boston College and can't finish school and everything like that. So basically this white lady comes up to his house and he basically pepper sprays her.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
Now guess what? The lady has basically responded in kind and had him arrested. That picture you're seeing there is Nick Fuentes in jail. Now Nick Fuentes has responded to this.
This is bullshit. This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. I should have started doing that. When the cops were talking to me, I should have just went full nigga. There's some bullshit, man. Hey, man, this is some bullshit. And then, then they arrest me. And then I'm like, oh, Osifer, please. I can't breathe. It's crazy. Let it breathe. I cannot breathe.
Isaiah Henderson Brazy sent $5.
Okay, now he's mocking blacks, right? But there's more.
I'm banned from the banks. I'm banned from credit card processing. This is what they do to you. Isn't this unbelievable? But seriously, the life of a talk show host. I host a talk show. I tweet about politics. I do this show, and I get put on the no-fly list. I get my bank account frozen. I get death threats. I get doxxed. People are harassing me. Then I get charged. Go figure. People are saying they're going to burn my house down. People are coming to my house. And then they don't get charged. I get charged. Are you kidding me? But that's the world we live in. Now, it's really Chicago. It's Illinois, it's Chicago. But I'm of the mind, you stand your ground. I was born here. I've lived here my whole life, and I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm expressing my First Amendment. So I don't believe in fleeing. I don't believe in that. But anyway, I don't want to talk too much about the case. I'm going to beat the case. If I go to jail, I'm just going to write a book. It's going to be called Mein Kampf. No, it's going to be called something original. No, but we'll see what happens. I'm not going to talk too much about it. Lawyers have advised me not to, but That's the world we live in, still in. But hey, I'm this radical element. I am the radical element. And when you are fighting the powers that be, this is what happens to you.
So now Nick Fuentes, he's saying, listen, I'm not in the wrong. She comes to my house, knocks on the door. I didn't do anything. I didn't do everything. They did it to me. Is that true? Did they do it to you? Or did you do it to yourself? Let me just say this, man. If you're going to spew hatred online about women, about other groups, hey, you know what? Let me say this. Not to say that it's wrong or right, but yeah, some people are going to pull up. Some people are going to want to ruin you. It's just what's going to happen, all right? And you play a role in you causing that for yourself. Free speech is one thing, but hate speech is something altogether different, okay? Hate speech is altogether different. And that's what you're doing. What you're doing is hate speech. So people have the right, okay, to basically do that. And it's your problem for all the smoke you get. Stop looking for, I'm in the wrong. No, you are in the wrong. Because if you were really serious about white supremacy or whatever you're talking about, you wouldn't even show up to podcasts that have blacks on there. You wouldn't show up to Myron's podcast. You wouldn't show up to any of that stuff. You'd be busy building your community, helping your community get further economically, helping your people go further. But nobody liked Nick Fuentes. This is one of the reasons why Nick Fuentes and those guys over there, conservatives don't like them. Republicans don't like them. I'll tell you that there's no money over there. They can't gain anything from them. You would pull your people up in the economic base, which you do not. You have no evidence of doing that. And everybody knows that about you, okay? Everyone knows that about you. When it comes to that, Nick Fuentes is a joke. So now you're arrested because even if somebody opens a door and you pepper spray them from opening the door, it is an assault. It would be, and it's on camera. It would be different if the lady was trying to attack you, which she wasn't. It'd be different if the lady was trying to hurt you, which she wasn't. And you're not going to beat the case. You deserve everything that you get. You deserve everything that you get, okay? You deserve it, okay? Everything. So stop crying, man. Be a big boy. You talk all that trash online. You talk about doing these things. You want to pull up and all this stuff, and people are stupid. People are dumb. Hey, fam, gotta deal with that, man. It's tough. It's life, but that's how it works. And you gotta be ready to deal with all of that smoke. If you don't want that smoke, man, stay off the line talking crazy like that. If you don't want people to come after you, leave people alone. If you don't want that smoke, stay out of people's way. If you don't want that smoke, shut your mouth. If you don't want that smoke, but it's gonna get worse. You're lucky it's not a guy that pulled up there and snatched you up out of that apartment, okay? It did something to you. You're lucky, okay? You're lucky. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, heyh Duke Jackson, back at it again. The episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you. Just click the bell. We're out.